all of you I invite to my born place, and all of you I invite come to St. Petersburg when it will be possible. So fast doing questions. I'm sitting like a boss here. Cześć, to Baszka, and today I'll answer your questions. Who's your favorite poet and who's your favorite Russian poet? I really like that question, because first one is not about football, not about life, and I can answer that the favorite poet is Russian. That's why I can pronounce not about just one person. I think that poetry is like a type of life, it's a type of living and type of feeling. Poetry is similar to music, and maybe when music can't pronounce something in words, poetry doing it with words but without the music. I think the best period on Russian poetry is named Silver Age, I think. And there are so many poets that I like. I can name Mandelstam, Severyanin, some futurists like Burlyuk, Velimir Khlebnikov, Mayakovsky. But okay, if we talk about one for today, just for today my mood is about Pasternak, because we know him like I think Europeans and all knows him like Nobel Prize and genius Russian poet and writer for his Dr. Zhivago. What are your memories of the first match in Zagłębie? These memories are really fresh. That's why I can say that it was a little bit nervous, because I just came to the team, to the city for after 3 days, after 3 trainings. You go immediately to the pitch. You maybe don't know in a good way your partners, but I was trying to took everything from the coach, from the training sessions, even they were really short for the time. And the first impression was that it was derby day, and really good opportunity of fans. That's the first impression. I told that the first impression of any place, of any workplace or just city you coming or team you coming is about people. That's why so friendly to us and so opposite to team from Wrocław. For me it was great, and I realized that I came in the right place. What do you think about our club? What I think about our club? Zagłębie, Lubin. I'm not too much time here, and first 12 days with the 9 games were really intense, and now with this situation of virus in Europe and staying at home, doing individual stuff, individual trainings. What else I can say? I can say about the stadium. Stadium is perfect place to work. I can say about gym, Silovnia, when every day is coming and working. It's a great opportunity to increase your skills, to just train in a good way. The most important thing for any sportsman is just have good workplace, have fans on the stadium, and have people who always help you. That you guys always help me, and any person I meet in club always help. That's why I'm really appreciate this help. So I hope that the championship will restart as soon as possible, and we'll be higher and higher, and I'll be better for this club, and the club will also grow. Came here from a big and beautiful city. How do you like Lubin? I told you it was just a question that I was used to answer before. Okay, I'm from St. Petersburg. It's really a nice city. It's not maybe huge like Moscow, and it's not even typical Russian. What about Lubin? I also spent time in small cities in Russia, in Tomsk. Then I spent some time when I had medical researches. I lived for maybe two months in Augsburg, in Germany. That's why I know how to live in small cities, and I know the value, the most valuable things in such cities. I told you, the short space between people. That's why you always see the true picture. You always see the true on the streets. You always talk with. You can talk with anybody. Sometimes you have good friendships here because you communicate with each other, and then after time you live here, you know each other. So I see Lubin. Okay, maybe not so many beautiful places to see, but Ratusha, marketplace, the center, it's historical center. You come, you walk. When it was possibility to walk, and the first week I have been here. You walk and you see the history. You feel it. Yes, you maybe the most thing I prefer to in Lubin to have something about river or lake. It will be better, because always when you have river or lake, the city, you know, it gets more picturesque. Can I say that? Like more sightseeing. But it doesn't matter. For me, Lubin is its historical center maybe, and the stadium. For now. Do you think the transfer to Zagłębie Lubin is a step back in your career? No, I don't think it's a step back, because I always wanted to try my skills, try my forces in Europe, and now I'm thinking that it's a step forward, not a step back. Who is the best teammate in our club? Okay, in fact, it's simple to understand that I came to the club at the same time as Dejan Razic, and I spent more time with him. His fiancée, she also speaks Russian, so it's easier for me. But I can't talk about the best teammate. I speak with every person, every zavodnik of our team. I'm trying to. Okay, maybe with guys from Poland, it's not so easy. Some of them speaks English, some of them not. But also Balkanian guys, Sasha Živec, Sasha Balic, Lubo, all other guys, they even understand Russian. That's why it's easier to communicate. It looks like London Norris, F1 driver. Are there any connections? Any connections? I love fast driving. This the connection, I think. Favorite player? I never thought about the highest person I want to be, you know, like a big star who shows me the way or something like that, because I wanted to do it my own way. Always think about what I can do more in football, but there are lots of big players, big stars in football that you can watch and keep something, some skills that you can improve. I think that I'll name Zinedine Zidane and Andrea Pirlo for me. It's the best players in my position. What languages do you know? I know the bad English, as you can see, and I know Russian. I tried to study Italian, but it was only something. Io sono Jewgenijem, abita Lubin, and nothing more. Then I tried when I was in Samara. When I lived in Samara for 3 years, on the third year playing here, I tried to study French, because me and my friends, we had an adventure, adventures So just traveling from St. Petersburg, from St. Petersburg to Paris, and I drive through the whole Poland. If it's interesting, yes. So I think before I came playing here, I drive through whole the country about 3 times, I think. Poland language. I'm trying to. Я пробую mówić, kiedy szybko mówić, nie mam, как это понимать, understand, не rozumiem, да, не rozumiem. Szybko nie rozumiem. No, ale I'm listening and I can understand really, я розумію полова of words, I think. Полова. I understand, and if I read in, for example, some questions in Polish language, I can understand it, but it's not so easy to study it when you're just staying at home also and not communicate with each other, with any other, because when we have sessions, we have training sessions all together, sometimes after the long day you thought, oh, okay, today I listen for this word, it's all about the practice. In any thing you do, it's about the practice. So I hope that this time in Lubin, also in this time in Poland, I will increase my knowledge in Poland language also. What's your bench press record? Bench press record? I think that my bench press record was, at that time I was living in Tomsk, because when I lived in Tomsk, we lived in the forest, and we lived on the training base. It was far away from people, far away. It was really close to animals, I think, but not to people. And in Tomsk, the time is, for example, in Poland, it's 2 hours before than in St. Petersburg now. In Tomsk, it was 4 hours forward. Okay, at midnight we could go to a gym with me and my friend from Moscow also, and we started to do some exercises in gym. That's why I think I was 4 kilograms more that time, and that time maybe in the bench press it was like I don't know, 130 maybe for one time. But now I think for me normal is about something about 80, maybe 90, not more, because my weight is 70, you know, and it's not possible to take more than 90 that time. Do you try some Polish food? If yes, did it taste good for you? What you know, it's interesting. What is national Polish food? What something about soups? Yes, or something? Yes, also pierogi. But it's kind of not different to Russian, you know. Pierogi, we have the same. It's like pelmeni, or everything you do with your hands, and inside is cheese, or inside is meat, and that. About soups, yes, I tried some chicken soup. Yes, I tried. I tried in some places that were here, Pekarna Kura and Червоный Byk. I came again about the possibility to come. Yes, now everything is closed, but some of typical food I think I tried, and I can tell you, Russians and Polish people, we have more similar than differences. How is it possible that you're Russian, speak English, and don't sound like Russian speaking English? I mean, you don't have Russian accent. No, I don't think it's like that. But I can try any other accents, you know, like not I don't know, Russian. Russian, I need to speak like, yes, I can play this. I can spend my time alone in my home place and cooking food and like Van Drago, yes. Or I can speak like Ray Fiennes from Great Britain. Yes, it's a great opportunity to be in your city and something. I don't know. It's like type of pronouncing, and maybe it was kind of speaking with my English teacher, and but she always wanted me to speak more strict English. Maybe it's just kind of time that I spent in 3 years I was in United States, then just for vacation for a month, and then maybe just communication with people who comes to Russia or players who comes to Russia to play, because I always try to speak with Belgians, French people who come, Italians also, and the Brazilian guy was playing in Крылья Советов Samara, and it's like a mixture. How hard did you find to settle into the first team in your first game? What kind of feedback did you receive from Coach Savella? It was difficult to understand everything on first 3 days, but in fact football is football anywhere, and the language of football, you just come, you see, you can do it by your head and your foot. That's why he just said, play simple, do all your best on your position, and try to help the team. And I think that we won this game. It was brilliant for me and brilliant for every player on the pitch. Is it easier to play in Russian or in Polish league? Some differences I can find some differences from Russian and Poland league. Also, as in Poland, what I saw for first 3 matches, all the teams are trying to play aggressive and attack, always offensive, always offense, always offense, you know, and the fans, like in NBA, offense. That's why we have lots of moments, lots of goalie moments, and goals, and the result 4-4 against Lechia. I think I never played 4-4 before in Russia. And my friends say, not all my friends, my best friends, they control all the games. They're trying to watch extra class in internet, finding the translations. Even my grandmother watch extra class in internet, and they say, okay, you spend lots of time playing 0-0. You need to play 4-4 and 5-4 and play offensive. That's, I think, the difference. But it's not a kind of easier or not easier. It's just football. Is there any chance that you will stay in Lubin for at least the next season? Can I answer a counter question? Is there any chance that we will play this season? We will see. We will see. I think that I'm a kind of person that just come, work, and see how it goes, see how we play. And now when I and all of players and all of staff, and not you guys, you work every day in office. We are staying home and don't have possibility to do our job. We will see when championship will restart. Favorite club? How many times per day? Me trains. It's my favorite club now is Zagłębie Lubin. It's simple. And how many times per day he trains? Now I train 2 times per day, one at home, and then I'm trying to come to the stadium, doing a training session that Coach Marek gave us, like individual programs. So after this, our interesting session, I'll go to the gym. But it depends on the coach program. I think every coach has its own program. Sometimes you train 2 times per day and then go to gym, for example. Sometimes you train you have one training session and then goes to the gym. I can say only that I'm trying to do better and trying to do warming up and trying to do everything after the training that I need for my organism, for my individual things. So I'm trying to spend so many time as is possible on the pitch and outside, gym or anywhere. How do you deal with that? You can go home, your family. You see how I deal with that? I'm trying to spend the time alone, trying to watch videos that I didn't see before, films, movies, interviews in internet that there was no time to that, read books also, trying to increase my cooking knowledge, I told you, yes, also. And but if try to answer how I deal with that I can't go home, yes, it's difficult. In fact, I wanted to go home to spend my time with family now in that not simple, not a good time for whole the world, and I think it's easy to understand that it's better to stay at home with your family, but I have connection on my phone, FaceTime, WhatsApp every evening with my mother, with my sister, with my family, even my grandmother, my babushka use WhatsApp so I can call by video. And now the world, world is interesting. It's easier to communicate, but okay, be physically with my parents, with my family, it would be better. But what can we do? We can just wait, and we need to stay home. How it pronounced? Заставне дому? Заставне дому, да? Заставну дому, да? To kill this unbelievable virus that we have. Did you talk with Darko Yevtic before coming here? I talked with Darko Yevtic because he started to be he signed a contract with Lubin Kazan. I just talked to him, like with any player about his experience playing in Europe, about his life. He's also interesting person. He's Serbian guy, but with a Switzerland passport. Played a long period in Lech, yes. And but about specifically about Poland League, I didn't ask anyone because I always want to be surprised. You do some Instagram stories but in Russian, why not in English? We're curious what you're talking about. Okay, next time I'll split it. I'll do it in Russian, in English, but sometimes it will look like something extraordinary, I think, for all my Russian followers. And I think that it will be funny because all Russian followers will say, "Guy, what are you doing? Speak in English. You're so European. You're so European now." I think maybe I need to do some stories in Poland, in Polish language. It will be in Polska. It will be po polsku. It will be better for all of you, guys. Is it true that after game with Slask and 30 kilometers on the pitch, you went to the gym? Yes, sure. But I just did bicycle training for recovery, for muscle recovery. Because when I felt that I ran a lot, and you need to go to the gym, you need to go recover. It's most important thing, because after game with Slask, we had game in 3 days, and then game in 3 days. In such period of trainings and games, you need to think about your recovery every time. So I think that the greatest performance, the greatest example of your behavior to yourself and to your trainings, to your games, is a Czech hockey player Jaromir Jagr, who always after difficult games, he is going to the gym or and doing bicycle sessions. Do you have a girlfriend? No. How come you have so much strength on the pitch? What's your secret to run so much? My mother is a professional runner. No, it's not. It's kind of joke, but only half, only Polowa. I really have family that I can name, I can call really sport oriented, as my father was a professional. How can I pronounce it? How can I translate it? He was a professional swimming jumper. He was a master of sport in that area. My mother is a candidate of sport master in not specific running, but it's the kind of sport. It's sport orientation. I don't know how it's when you go to the forest with a map, with the compass, and trying to put. You don't know such sport, huh? Coaching, yes. Okay, thank you. And from the earliest age, when I was young, I started to run. Maybe that's my secret of running strength, or just stamina on the pitch. Do you watch Netflix sometimes? If yes, what's your favorite movie or series? Sometimes I watch Netflix. Sure, like I think any other, because it's really popular and they do very good content, very quality content. I'm trying to watch films, and the last on Netflix, I think most brilliant thing is just in Russian it's and in English it's in English. I always watch in English, but I don't remember it's now. It's a film of Safdie brothers, Uncut Gems. Yes, Uncut Gems. Uncut Gems. Then Stranger Things. I really love. Also, now the Oscar nominee was for the film Marriage Story. Brilliant movie. And I think all serials like Breaking Bad, Peaky Blinders, some of stuff that I think all trying to watch, but I'm not just like a consumer. I trying to watch that type of that I'm interested in. Have you always wanted to be a footballer? Did you have any plan B? In fact, I wanted to be a musician, but I told you that my family was sport oriented also, and at first my mother wanted me to be a gymnast, to do some stuff on the rings and some specific things and be so strong with muscles. I tried to do it. I spent a year on special gymnast trainings when I was 6, I think 5 and 6. Then it was situation with I don't remember why trainings stopped, but not to have lacune, to have empty space, doing nothing. My parents put me in swimming course. I spent also nearly a year swimming, professional swimming with professional coach, and after that we moved to another apartment near this place. Was big, huge football pitch, and I was from the age of 4 or 5, I think. I was really enthusiastic about football. I always played in my yard, always played with my friends, and I really loved it. I don't remember 96, but I remember World Cup 98, and I remember Euro 2000 and Euro Millennium when Belgium and Netherlands. Ronaldo, Ronnie, his haircut, amazing haircut. And in 98 and 2000 Millennium is about France. 98 is Zinedine Zidane. 2000 is David Trezeguet. But it was young Totti in the final. You remember? Italy and Francesco Toldo. Yes. So my grandfather looked like Luis Figo. So how could you not love football after that? And I didn't think in a type of way, oh, I will be a great football player, but I really loved to play football. That's why my parents thought, okay, after gymnasts, after swimming, okay, go to the professional studying courses to be in the teams team when I was, I think, 7, 8, and then I studied, and after that, a year by year, yes, I started to think like, okay, I want to be a professional football player. I dream about Champions League. I don't know. I dream about to play for the national team. I dream about to play in my birthplace team in Zenit. That's why you just start to put purposes. Just start to put your aims that you go, and that was the point. But about any plan B, yes, I wanted to be a musician. I wanted to play in theater. Really, I when I was 17 and I thought where to study, to have education. I really wanted to have we call it the highest education. Yes, the highest education in university. And for me, it was interesting journalism, everything. And I have a diploma of journalist, if you are curious about that. So I studied in state Russian university on journalist faculty, but always thought about football, not about any plans B, plans C, plans D. Plan B is doing my sister. She is actress now. My youngest sister. She is actress in theater. So she do everything that maybe I wanted to do on the stage. You are very focused during the match. Is it thanks to your predispositions, or you're working with a physiologist? Very focused. No, it's just I think it's something that something that you thinking always. You're trying to move your head, to trying to be concentrated on the match, to be focused on every moment. Because I think that's the most important thing, not to stop thinking during the match, not just turning off from the moment. And you see now the biggest team, the winning team, like Liverpool in Champions League, or I don't know. Also, if you say about Liverpool, we can say about Atletico Madrid. Big teams now, they are thinking every time, and they turning from offense to defense. They're turning from the moment gone, and you play in another moment. That's why you need to be focused every time. So, is it true that you performed on the music concert? What was the name of the band? It's true. The name of the band is it's rock band. It's punk rock band. Name is Tarakane, Cockroaches. They have lots of European concerts in Germany, specifically, so you can find out some videos, also find out some tracks. How it was? It was it was funny thing. They had a concert in Samara. I asked my friend who organized this concert. He worked in the club. I asked him, maybe I can go, just listen to this music, and we can go. You can share with me this time. And he said, "Oh, maybe you want to sing with them?" I said, "What? Okay, sing." And then the front man of group, Dmitry Spirin, said, "Oh yes, that's a great idea. Football player from Samara, from Russia." And some guys from musical world, they really they know many things about football. And even when, for example, another rock frontman of rock group, Splin, it's a Russian group, also Alexander Vasilyev, when he had a concert in Tomsk, and then we talked to each other, and he said, "Oh, I remember you. You were playing to youth team in Zenit against Spartak and so on." So it was really interesting to, and I think surprising for fans, also fans, that they saw like this guy. He's playing football on the weekend, and now he plays for, and now he's on the stage and singing songs with the Tarakan. So yes, this that story in my biography is true. Do you know Vadim Rogovskoy, former player from Torpedo Moscow? Oh, I think Vadim Rogovskoy, he was a Soviet player. I read, yes, he played for Zagłębie, I think, for 4 years. Yes, I watched what players from Russia played in Lubin, and that person, Vadim Rogovskoy, yes, I remember that he was here. He played in other teams also, but I don't know much about him. Don't know many information. I can't say anything about that. Oh, we came to the last question because I need to go to the gym, as you remember. What can we wish you? I think it's interesting. The main thing, the general thing, you can wish me to win with Zagłębie Lubin. That's the best thing. Yeah. As I told, to be what can you wish also? To be successful with our club, and guys, I can say I can only say thank you for your questions, and I hope that this short session helped you to understand more me, to know anything about me, and maybe someday we will speak po polsku. Someday we will have more communicative session, just not on TV set on the camera, but maybe sitting in front each other. See you next time. Wilkie. Just they like that. Wilkie. I need to. I know what you're saying, but I just say that Zagłębie for me now